Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to ASK Automotive Q3 and 9-month FY26 post-results earning call hosted by Adfactors PR. As a reminder, all participant line will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Rishabh Shah from Adfactors. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Good evening to everyone and welcome to Q3 and 9 months FY26 earnings call of ASK Automotive Ltd. From the management, we have with us Mr. Kuldeep Singh Rathi, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Prashant Rathi, Joint Managing Director, Mr. Aman Rathi, Joint Managing Director, Mr. Naresh Kumar, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Manoj Sharma, Chief General Manager, Investor Relations. Before we begin the call, I would like to mention that some of the statements made during the call may be forward-looking in nature and hence it may involve risks and uncertainty, including those related to the future financials and operating performance of the company. Please bear with us if there are any call drops during the course of the conference call. We would like to ensure the call is reconnected at the earliest. I would now like to hand over the call to Mr. Kuldeep Singh Rathi, Chairman and Managing Director, for his opening remarks. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rishabh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to our Q3 and 9 months FY26 earnings conference call. I hope you have had the opportunity to review the detailed presentation submitted to the exchanges and available on our website. The Government of India's GST 2.0 reform marks a pivotal milestone that is set to elevate the Indian automobile industry and energize the broader economy, given the sector's deep forward and backward linkages. Now let me begin by sharing a quick overview of the broader industry as reported by SIA. The Indian automobile sector witnessed healthy momentum in 9 months FY26 with overall vehicle production across all segments registering a robust year-on-year growth of 9.3%. The two-wheeler segment matched the overall vehicle production growth at 8.8% on year-on-year basis. We are optimistic that the growth momentum will remain in the coming quarters as well, supported by stable macroeconomic conditions and GST 2.0 reforms that have improved overall affordability and consumer sentiment. The two-wheeler industry closed 9-month FY26 with a strong production volume of 19.6 million units, up from 18 million units in 9 months FY25. In Q3 alone, production touched 6.8 million units as compared to 5.9 million in the same quarter last year. Looking ahead, we believe that the industry will continue to gain from the far-reaching macroeconomic policy reforms undertaken by the government, particularly GST 2.0 reforms, personal income tax rationalization announced in the Union Budget 2025-26, successive rate cuts and liquidity enhancement measures by the Reserve Bank of India. These have positively impacted consumer purchasing power and improved access to the vehicle financing, created a conducive environment for the sustained demand. The rising rural income will also be beneficial for the two-wheeler sector. Since all our products were under the category of 28% GST, hence the reduction of GST rate from 28% to 18% is helping us to outgrow in the Indian aftermarket and gain more market share from grey market operators and duplicators. With this positive backdrop, we remain optimistic about the growth trajectory of the sector in the coming quarters. Before we move on to ASK's business performance, we would like to highlight that our 9.9 megawatt solar plant at Sirsa, Haryana has started supplies from April 25. We are excited with the results in terms of sustainable operational economies. Happy to announce that company is installing one more captive solar power plant of 11.55 megawatt at Rajasthan, which is expected to be operational by Q1 FY27. This reflects ASK's special focus on green energy. Moving on to business updates. I am delighted to share with you that we had a strong finish to the third quarter and 9 months of the year in both revenue and profitability. This marks our 9th consecutive quarter of robust performance since the company's listing. During Q3 FY26, we delivered revenue growth of 28%, excluding wheel assembly business. The wheel assembly strategic reduction was 51.5%, and thus our consolidated published revenue has grown by 18.5% on year-on-year basis. We achieved growth of 26.8% in EBITDA and 21.3% in PAT on year-on-year basis. This is the highest ever absolute revenue, EBITDA and PAT earned by us in any quarter in the past. We continue to outperform the two-wheeler industry in terms of vehicle production growth during Q3 FY26. Further, we have achieved the EBITDA margin of 13.4% in Q3 FY26, representing an improvement of 88 basis points over Q3 FY25. Our EBITDA margin is affected by aluminum alloy prices. Upward increase in prices of aluminum affects our EBITDA percentage because of denominator effect. However, our absolute EBITDA number remains the same. With this strong performance on profitability, our earnings per share in Q3 FY26 has increased to rupees 4.05 per share against rupees 3.34 per share in the same period last year. Improvement in margins is mainly driven by better economies of scale due to higher volumes, benefit from increasing capacity utilization at Karoli and New Bangalore facility, and strategic reduction in low value-added wheel assembly business. As a result, in 9 months of FY26, we delivered revenue growth of 18.6%, excluding wheel assembly business. Because of wheel assembly strategic reduction by 52.8%, the consolidated revenue, which is published, has grown by 10.2% on year-on-year basis. Achieved growth of 21.9% in EBITDA and 18.8% in PAT on year-on-year basis. We have delivered EBITDA margin of 13.5%, an improvement of 130 basis point on year-on-year basis. With strong performance on profitability, our earnings per share in 9 months FY26 has increased to rupees 11.45 per share against rupees 9.64 per share in the same period last year. Our all three product segments performed well in Q3 and 9 months FY26 in terms of revenue growth. We have sustained our market leadership position in the advanced braking system. Our advanced braking system revenue grew by 22% in Q3 and 12% in 9 months FY26 on year-on-year basis. The aluminium lightweighting precision solution revenue grew by 36% in Q3 and 24% in 9 months FY23 on year-on-year basis. The safety control cable revenue also recorded growth of 22% in Q3 and 10% in 9 months FY26 on year-on-year basis. In the unstable global geopolitical environment due to tariff and other issues, our revenue from exports were at rupees 100 crore against rupees 108 crores last year in the same period. However, based on Q3FY26 performance, we do feel that we'll touch the last year's number. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. With this, we leave the floor open for question and answer.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. First question comes from the line of Raghunandan NL from Nuvama Research. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Congratulations to you and the entire team for the strong numbers. My first question was on the CapEx side. The new CapEx of 35 crore and increasing the capacity to 32 crore brake shoes and pads. So how much would now the total CapEx be for FY26? And also your thoughts on FY27 CapEx? And even for FY26, if you can also provide a breakup of CapEx, that will be very useful.
We'll close the FY26 CapEx. We had planned 450 crores initially in the FY26. However, we tried to economize wherever it was possible. But then another CapEx of 40 crores we did to set up the solar power plant, which was not scheduled initially. And with this extra CapEx, but still we'll close the CapEx at 500 crores.
Noted, sir. And how do you see it for FY27?
FY27 CapEx will be less. We intend to be within limits of 400 crores only.
Got it, sir. And on brake pads, approximately what would be your market share?
See, the brake pads overall market is less than that. So our market share should be around between 10 to 12% or something.
Got it, sir. And congratulations on the performance on exports in this quarter. You had earlier spoken about the Ford order. Would that be commencing by end of FY26? And how do you see that Ford order commencing and ramping up over FY27 and 28? And also because of this order, would you expect FY26 exports to be flat?
See, FY26 exports, as I mentioned, will be flat. However, the exports to Ford have already started. The containers are going, but because of the great uncertainties created by the tariff issues, not only by US but also by Mexico, where some parts were going, and they have also imposed high 50% duties. So, but still, we are very hopeful that since our product is highly technical, we feel there will be some smooth supplies in the FY27.
Got it, sir. Just the last question. Can you share how was the utilization at Bangalore and Karoli plant this quarter?
Yes, sir. In this quarter, we have reached between 75 to 80% capacity utilization in the Bangalore plant. And now it's almost fully operational Bangalore plant. And the capacity utilization in Rajasthan plant remains at 65% only, because in that we are waiting for some new items to be started, which are likely to start in the H2.
Got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, and wishing all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Naveen Kumar Dubey from Renolia Financial Service Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Congratulations for the strong set of numbers. I have two questions. First question is related to the margin. our alloy wheel business is like 50% of the revenue currently, and aluminum prices have gone up, but we don't see much of impact on the margins. Have we taken any price increases in that?
No, Mr. Naveen, we have not taken any price increase so far, and the margins that you see is already down by at least 30 to 40 basis points because of the aluminum price increase. The revenue has gone up by that much, and the EBITDA margin has come down by 30 basis points. So what you see, the EBITDA margin in this quarter of 13.4 would have been 13.7 or 13.8 had the aluminum prices have not skyrocketed.
Okay. And the second question is on the same alloy wheel business. We have done that Japanese collaboration, and how is that progressing, sir?
That's progressing pretty well. We are going to take out the product in our premises, the first product in February, before February end. They'll be testing for a few months, and we hope to start the supplies in a start of H2.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. Our next question comes from the line of Vijay Pandey from Nuvama Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question. Sir, two questions. One was on the commodity prices. How are we able to how are we tackling the increased commodity inflation, especially on the aluminum side? Do we have any hedge, or is it a pass-through? How should we look into that?
The aluminum prices are pass-throughs month on month, so we are not very much affected on that account. So that's what we said, that the absolute EBITDA numbers remaining the same, only the percentage of the EBITDA has gone down by 30 basis points.
Okay. Secondly, sir, so our new plant which we are setting up, this will be again solar, so will be powered by solar. So is there any extra incremental capex because of the solar situation? Because the solar panels, the cost of solar panel has gone up. Can you confirm the incremental unit economics there?
No, we are not incurring any extra. There's no impact because the project is getting almost complete. All the supplies had already come before the price increase. So this new solar plant will be set up within the stipulated budget.
Okay. And sir, how are you? Is it possible that you can give us an outlook for the remainder of fourth quarter and going into FY27? A slight breakup for the two-wheelers, especially in the rural and urban side, that will be pretty helpful.
As regards the coming quarter is there, we have very strong projections from the OEMs, and even the independent aftermarket is looking very, very good because of the GST reduction from 28 to 18% in our line. So we are very bullish even on this Q4, And as regards the next year, we are very bullish on that because we feel that this two-wheeler story will continue because it has started continuing only after a gap of many years. So even the next year seems to be very good.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Deep Shah from Yes Securities and Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. Sir, a few questions. First, to begin with, on the alloy wheels itself, while you have alluded some timelines to our Kyushu Japanese JV, if you can throw some light on the Leo, the Taiwan JV that we were working for. So, any progress on that? That would be my first question.
Yes, Taiwan thing is going on well. It's under testing. There were a few amendments to be done. We have already done those amendments. But you know, I have explained it in every call that this being a safety item, we cannot do any hurried call. We cannot take, you know. So let the customer take the call. But we are very confident that all the results will definitely come in the Taiwan collaboration. Also, positive results will come.
Okay. And sir, the second question is about the sunroof cable JV that we did, and then some sort of supply what expected from 1H FY27. So where are we on that journey? Is it on track, or I mean, is there any initial letters of commitments by the OEMs? If you can throw some light there.
We are very much on track on that. Already the machines have come, the setup and is there, and I think all our samples, etc., production will come out in the Q2 of FY27, and the supply should start in the H2.
And sir, by roughly, what would be the addressable revenue size for us?
Addressable revenue side is not too big. Addressable revenue side is about 100 CR. That's all. But you so see, I told in the last call that we don't do many things just for the sake of money. We take pride in saying that this is a Atmanirbhar Bharat project and will be the first one to indigenize it in the country.
Surely. And sir, last question is about the Asian JV. So there also we had commented about some, appointment of some 40-50 odd dealers for aftermarket PV penetration. So where are we on that aspect?
That is ramping up now slowly and gradually, and maybe in the first quarter of next year we'll break even in that.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. Next question comes from the line of Yash Agarwal from Nirmal Bang. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir, and congratulations for the great set of results. I just wanted to know your view on any update on the draft ABS regulation which was meant to be implemented by the first Gen. So do you have any update on that?
No, there is no update from the government. I think it was a draft which is now hanging, because of the request of the OEMs.
And also in the quarter 3, we have seen that the two-wheeler ICE segment growth outpaced the two-wheeler EV segment. So mainly, maybe because of the GST benefit, the ICE segment is doing better in the two-wheeler side. So do we expect this trend to continue going forward?
You are right, because now the gap is very less because of the GST reduction, and that way I think ICE sector is rather in a stronger position.
And what are your expectations for the Q4 two-wheeler production growth estimates? Like, have you revised it higher as compared to the last time?
We know our projections. We always say we'll grow in mid-teens, and we'll be growing in mid-teens.
Okay, sir. Thank you from my side.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Harshit from PIC Square. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. I just wanted to understand your guidance about your debt levels and what are our plans with that.
Debt levels, our debt equity never increases 0.5, and will remain below that in spite of the extra expenditures on capex that will be increasing this financial year. and it's always 1 year of EBITDA. Normally, it's close to that.
I just also wanted to understand what would be your ideal capacity utilization across your various plants on a blended level?
See, the economies of scale come when we are overall 80% capacity utilization. We love to do that. But however, we put up the next plant much before because we are suppliers to all our prestigious customers and direct online and just-in-time suppliers. So we keep always some extra capacities.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Sahil Sanghvi from Monash Network Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and congratulations for very good numbers. So just wanted to understand the growth in the ABS segment and the LP segment that we've reported. So ideally, in the braking segment, we usually have some growth around the two-wheeler industry, but this time it's much higher. So if you could help us with the reason, and also the aluminum segment has grown a little higher than our run rate for the last 2-3 quarters. So just the reasons for that, and do you expect that these growth rates will sustain?
See, there has been an impact on the Indian aftermarket. As I have mentioned many times that the reduction of GST, we were unfortunate to be on the 28% bracket. Now that it has come down to 18%, so a lot of grey market, we are giving a tough fight to the grey market operators, which are prevalent in the country, So I think we are grabbing more and more share from them. So that there is a very huge growth in the Indian aftermarket. That's the main reason. Plus, our ICE OEM players, their duty was also reduced from 28 to 18%. So their numbers have also increased tremendously. And in the Q3, even they grew by 15%.
So similar reasons apply for the aluminum segment?
Aluminium segment, yes. Similar reasons, or even otherwise, there the work can come from anywhere. That's a very flexible and great opportunity. That is why we call it the sunrise industry.
Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Sagar Shetty from DP Equity. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So congrats on the good set of numbers. So I just wanted to get a picture on how, after the GST rate cut, so how is the sentiment going on with the OEMs? Are we seeing any particular better demand from two-wheelers or PVs or anything like that? If you could just give some color on it.
See, after the reduction in GST, two-wheeler demand is really picking up, both at the OEM level and the independent aftermarket level. And it has been a real big boost to the two-wheeler sector.
Okay. And so do we expect some, if not in Q4, but FY27 onward, do we expect some revision in our growth guidance, from mid-teen digits to somewhere around high-teen digits or anything like that? Or do we expect some more?
Yeah. We always expect mid-teens, and we are happy to achieve that. Because, see, we are outgrowing the market. You will appreciate that, Even this year, in spite of such good times, the two-wheeler sector in 9 months has grown only by 8.8%, and whereas we have grown substantially higher,
Right. Yeah. And sir, if I could just ask one more thing, with the ABS thing going on, so if the draft has not been announced by the government, so what is going on with the OEMs right now? What is the sentiment with the bike, two-wheeler manufacturers? Have you had any conversation with them, and is there any, kind of thing you have discussed on how
No, I have repeatedly said that we'll talk on this hypothetical question and we'll discuss when the final notification comes, because our OEMs are already in discussion with the government that it's not practical. So let the result come out of that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We are not aware what they are discussing with the government.
Okay. Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Nitin Agarwal from JM Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on great set of numbers. I wanted to know about your EBITDA margin guidance since we have ramped up the Bangalore facilities and Rajasthan facilities expected to ramp up. So are we trying to, or are we thinking of revising our estimates upwards going in FY27, or are we maintaining around 13.7 thereabouts?
No, we had given a guidance of 13.7, but that gets affected at least by 30 basis points because of the denominator factor of the aluminium price increase, So that 13.7 becomes 13.4, and we are very hopeful that we'll try to maintain around that only in the next financial year.
Okay. So, but you highlighted that the aluminium prices are a pass-through on a month-on-month basis. So, eventually the margin will come back to what we were, guiding for initially. Is that understanding correct?
No, that understanding is not correct. The contribution that we get for doing the job remains the same. So when the aluminium prices go up, the EBITDA margins percentage goes down, but the absolute EBITDA remains the same.
Okay. Got it. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. Our next question comes from the line of Vijay Pandey from Nuvama Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you for the follow-up. Just want to confirm about the launch pipeline for the new products in the next year. So we have sunroof, we have 2 programs of alloy wheels. If you can just confirm when can we expect commercial production or mass production?
Both the programs we will be launching in the start of H2,
Okay. So both agreements, the agreement with Taiwan, the one agreement with the Japanese company, both will come in the second half only.
Yes, second half they can come. They will come in second half after due testing, and even this sunroof cable will also come. That will also come.
And so generally, how much time does it take for the full ramp up? So when can we expect?
We are prepared from day one. We are prepared today also because we have already invested everything. So once the testing is complete, then we'll immediately gear up.
Okay. Thank you, sir, and all the best for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Rishi Kapadia from CLSA. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much for taking my questions and congratulations on good sets of numbers. Sir, my first question is on wheel assembly business. By when can we expect that this would kind of completely phase out?
So the customer has assured that by March end the balance will also go, which is about 48%. So let's see, once the customer takes it back, we'll be announcing in the next call, But if the customer takes it back in March, then next year also you will see the same representation from our side, that actual excluding wheel assembly, this is the growth, and without wheel assembly published is this much.
Got it. Thank you, sir. And so my second question is on your ROC. You are currently delivering 27-28% of ROC, and despite capacity utilizations of your 2 plants at lower levels. So what do you expect? Can ROC go ahead from current levels, or 27, 28 is something which would kind of build in?
I hope, Rishi, you are satisfied with 27% ROC. That's a tough job to achieve, which we are achieving, And second thing, I would correct that one plant has already gone to 80% capacity utilization. So only one is left now, at 65%. ROC will remain there. This will be difficult to maintain 27, but we make all out efforts to maintain 27.
Okay. And sir, lastly, just a clarification. Would aluminium inflation would lead to roughly 2% revenue inflation as well? Or it would be lesser than
certainly. One side it leads to revenue inflation. The other side it leads to reduction in the percentage of EBITDA margin, Not the absolute, but percentage of EBITDA margin.
Okay. So quantum would be just 2% roughly, right?
Yeah, 3, you can say 3%.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
2 to 3%, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. As there are no further questions from the participant, I would like to hand the conference over to Mr. Kuldeep Singh Rathi from ASK Automotive Ltd for closing comments. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, for such a patient hearing, and I would like to once again reassure you that the future looks very bright. And as you know that I am always an optimist, our Q4 is going to be very bright, and even the next year seems to be very good. On that positive note, I would like to end and thank you. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of ASK Automotive, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.